everyone. So today we are going to be talking about the newest collection from Sheglam, and this is the Harry Potter makeup collection. I did get all of the items to share with you guys, so let's get into it and I will let you know what I thought about every single product from the Sheglam Harry Potter collection. So first things first, just to be completely honest, I'm not gonna lie, I have not read any of the Harry Potter books. I have not seen any of the Harry Potter movies, but I still really like Harry Potter, even without having read it or watched it. I still really like the whole world of it. I know a little bit enough about it to get by. And if you guys want to know my house, technically from like the official like Pottermore website that came out like forever ago, I was sorted into the Gryffindor house, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't really think I fit a Gryffindor house at all. If you ask me, I think my house would be more like Ravenclaw with maybe just like a hint of Slytherin. So obviously today I did kind of lean into the Slytherin look today, but I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I did get everything, so let's get into the products and I will let you guys know what I think. So when I purchased this, they were sold out of the collection set, so I ended up just buying all the items individually. There's only, I think, one thing that you get in the collector set that you can't buy individually, and that is, I think it's a little wand makeup brush. That's the only thing I do not have to share with you guys, but in the end it is just a little makeup brush. But otherwise I think I can give you a good idea about all of the products from this collection. So I was able to get the palette collection set. They did have like a little bundle of these. You can buy them individually if you don't want all 4 houses, but I decided to go for the bundle, and it comes in this cute little box, has a little spinner on here. Sometimes it spins, there we go. Sometimes it spins well, sometimes it doesn't. But it's got a cute, oh, and it landed on Ravenclaw. And it's really cute packaging. It looks like a little letter, obviously. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. And then on the inside here, it's got this really cute little paper. And then inside here, there are all 4 of the palettes. Now I have to say, the palettes are actually smaller than I was expecting. But now that I've actually kind of like seen these and used these, I think that these are the perfect size, honestly. And I forgot to mention the palette bundle was $19.99, or you can get the eyeshadows for about $5 and change a piece. So these are what the little palettes look like. They're about the size of the palm of my hand, which at first, like I said, I thought it was kind of smaller than I was expecting, but I actually really like this. I think it's really handy. There's not a lot of wasted space in here, especially with it just being a 4-pan eyeshadow palette. I love that they have the foil stamping in here that says Gryffindor. It's very, very cute. I feel like this is just a very well designed collection, and I think it fits Harry Potter very well as a not a super fan of Harry Potter. I feel like it just really gets the vibe of it and looks nice. So each of the palettes do have 4 different eyeshadows in there, and I feel like this one is just like a really perfect wearable kind of palette. The colors are also named after characteristics of the house. So the first color we have here is called Daring. Next up we have Bravery, Determination, and Courage. This one I would definitely say is probably the second most wearable, I would say, but depending on what kind of makeup and colors you like, I feel like this is just a really nice, safe, pretty palette that fits the theme very well too. So I will include swatches of what these look like since I can't wear all of these on my eyes at once. So here are all the swatches for the Gryffindor palette. As far as the shadow texture, I find that the matte colors are a very soft kind of matte texture. They almost remind me of like a chalk pastel kind of feeling, how it's extremely soft and the color blends really well, but you can over blend it easily because they are so soft. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that if you overblend, they can kind of get muddy and disappear. So just something to be aware of. And then the color down here called Courage, this one's actually, I've heard some places call it a sequin shadow, where it's like a matte base with micro shimmer in it. And then the color Bravery here, this one really is it's got the feeling of like a topper shadow. So it's not as like full on kind of shimmer, but it is still a pretty shimmery color. It's got payoff, it's there, it's colorful, but it's just not like super, super intense. This one I feel like is a little bit more of like a strong topper shadow, but it just kind of has a little bit more of that feeling than like a traditional shimmer shadow. All right, moving on to Ravenclaw. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention about the palettes here, there are actual little three-dimensional little metal, what do you call these? Like sometimes you'll see them on antique books. It's like these little corner plates. These are actual three-dimensional little pieces of plastic on here. So I feel like it just gives it a more, I don't know, authentic look. It really does kind of give it that like old library album kind of vibe, and I feel like it just really brought it to the next level as far as packaging. I feel like super, super nicely done for such an affordable product. All right, next up, Ravenclaw. Again, we have the same kind of setup here. We've got 2 matte colors and 2 shimmer colors in this one. And first off, we have Wisdom, Curiosity, Wit, and Creativity. And I feel like these colors are so pretty. This was the palette I was going to use today because I felt like it'd be a little bit more fun to do a colorful look, something a little bit different, but once I saw the Slytherin palette, I knew that was the one that I had to do. So of course we have the Slytherin palette here. And this one, like I said, when I saw these colors, I was just like, that looks so nice. I really, really want to try those out. So that is the palette that I chose to use today. Again, we have 2 shimmer colors and 2 matte colors. First one here, again, it's like a silvery kind of topper shadow. I use that on the inner corner here of my look today. That one is called Ambition. Next we have Cunning, and it's this really intense emerald green. Now this one, I do have to say, this is not like a topper shadow. This one I would say is more like a foiled shadow. It definitely has a lot more oil in the formula of this shadow because it just grips completely different, and it is pigmented. And let me show you, like that is a foiled kind of shadow. It's definitely one that I feel like it grips the skin well, and it's super shimmery and super just like out there and really, really pretty. I was super impressed with this one. I feel like it applies best with a finger. I don't really prefer applying these types of shadows with a brush, but you can if you'd like. I just find that you get the best payoff with using your actual finger to apply it. So I did tap that all over my lid today, and you guys, that's an intense color. I was so surprised by that one. Next up for the matte color down here, it's kind of like an olivey greeny brown color. It is called Leadership. And the last color here is called Destiny, and this is a matte black color. And it is another one that it feels kind of like that chalk pastel feeling. It's very chalky. If you dig your brush into this, you're going to create a big mess. So definitely just do light taps into it and don't over blend it. This was one I felt like I kind of over blended it a bit, and I had to come back and build it up. So I have to say the mattes aren't quite my favorite formula ever because they can just be so loosey-goosey. However, I do really like my look today. I was kind of struggling with it at first, and I feel like at the end it really kind of started to come together. So overall, I feel like it's like a really fun, different kind of look for me, and I like doing greens because they are so, I don't know, they're just very, very different. And finally for the eyeshadow palettes, we do have the Hufflepuff palette, which I feel like is just so cute and so sweet, and I feel like Hufflepuffs are very, very altruistic in my opinion. I feel like they're just like good for the sake of being good. I feel like you can like really trust them and stuff. So we have Hufflepuff here, and this one I feel like is the most wearable out of all 4 of the palettes. But I feel like this one is just perfect for anyone because it is such a pretty, flattering kind of color palette. So we have the color here, Trustworthy. This one is like a gold shimmer color, and it is a bit of that like topper formula kind of feeling. This one is a little bit lighter than the Gryffindor one. So that one's Hufflepuff, that one's Gryffindor. This one's a little bit more bronzy, that one's a little bit more gold. Then we have a matte color here. This one is called Hard Work. Then we have Humility, and finally we have Patience. So as far as the eyeshadow palettes go, I feel like if you can get the bundle, just go ahead and get it. It's $20. I feel like it's not too unreasonable that it's gonna break the bank, and you can get all 4 of the palettes. So I would recommend, unless there's just colors you do not think you'll use, like if Slytherin and Ravenclaw are just nothing you'll use, then I would say just get them individually. But otherwise, if you do want to get them all, I totally recommend getting them in the bundle if you can. Okay, so next up for the collection, we have a bunch of lip products. I feel like they went lip heavy in this collection because there are 6 different lip products, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they could have done something else for these other 2, but they didn't. And so the next thing I have is actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This one is called the Gifted Herbologist Glitter Lipstick. So it looks like this. The packaging is actually really pretty. I couldn't even tell you what's on here since I'm not like a true Harry Potter fan, but I feel like it's very, very cool. This was $4.99 and it looked a little bit cooler before I like actually used it. I will insert an up close so you can kind of see more of what this looks like. So I thought this was gonna be like a crazy, like glittery, Slytherin-y kind of lip product. However, it is more of just like one of those like clear tinted balms almost. You can see I'm applying it. It does give just like a little bit of like a gray tint to my lips. And of course it does have that like super fine little shimmer to it. It's very comfortable. And you can't feel the glitter grits at all, so it's definitely like super, super fine little shimmer bits. Overall, I feel like it's kind of a cute product, but I feel like I could take it or leave it, especially since, I don't know, it's kind of a look. It definitely does give my lips a little bit of a gray tinge, but I feel like with this look, it looks okay, but I don't know if I would wear this just like with my typical everyday kind of makeup. I feel like it might look a little bit off. It's definitely, I would say, a hit or a miss, take it or leave it. I feel like it's cute. I'm not regretting getting it, but I just don't know how often I would use this in my everyday life. So for me, I would say let's just give this one a pass. All right, next up, moving on to the next bundle that I got. Again, you can get these individually if you do not want to get all of them, but this is the Harry Potter Potion lip gloss set, and I of course had to get all of these. I felt like this was so pretty and I love the packaging of these. And the price of this one was $15.99 for this set. You get 4 lip glosses in here, and it's so cute. Looks like a little book, and these look like little potions. I feel like it's so adorable. It's got like little blurbs on here for each of the potions. So there is, I hope I can say this right, Amortentia. It says, caution, this gloss will cause a powerful infatuation or even obsession for anyone who wears it. Inspired by Amortentia potion, this high shine gloss features physalis fruit extract for especially nourishing brew. I don't know if that's a real thing or if that's like a Harry Potter thing. I don't know. So I just feel like this is such a cute set, and I feel like they did really good on the packaging. So these are what the little lip potions look like. They're so cute. They've got like a little tassel on here, and there are 4 different colors. 2 of them do have little shimmer particles in them, and the other 2 are just like no shimmer glosses. So we're gonna try these on now. I'm not gonna lie, these are very light, very sheer, so they're really not gonna see that much of a difference between the actual colors, but we are gonna try it on anyway. So the first one I have, please forgive me if I pronounce these wrong. Again, I'm not a Potterhead, so cut me some slack. So this one is called Felix Felicis. This one is like a gold shimmer glitter type of lip product, and the lip wand of these are not like a traditional doe foot applicator. These are kind of like just a little plastic wedge type of applicator. Okay, so this one. Okay, so you guys, you must know about these is that these are sticky, like sticky. So sticky. These kind of feel like a Vaseline lip gloss. It's definitely a thicker, glossier kind of lip product. So if you are not into sticky lip glosses, you are going to want to skip on these because they are all sticky. I don't know if you can see, but there's like little sticky strands. This is probably the stickiest lip gloss I've ever tried. So it pretty much just kind of looks like a clear lip gloss with a little bit of a hint of gold on it. All right, so I'm gonna wipe this one off and we're gonna move on to the next one. Yeah, guys, these are sticky. Like even after you wipe it off, you're still gonna feel that stickiness. So you are warned. So this next one is the green one, and this one is called Polyjuice Potion. So again, this one has shimmer to it. Almost seems like it might have a slightly like kind of lime kind of scent to it. I didn't notice any scent with the gold one. All right, and this is Polyjuice. Again, it's really not that different. It doesn't look green on the lips, but it just has a little bit of like that sparkle to it. All right, next moving on is the pink one. This one is the Amortentia. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. So this one looks like it's a little bit more up my alley because it is pink and it does not have glitter in it. So this is more just like a straight up, kind of like a pinky clear lip gloss. So that is Amortentia. All right, and the final one is this like purpley tinted one. This one is called Draught of Living Death. All right, and that is the purple one. Okay, so my thoughts on the lip potion set. I would definitely say if you're not like a true diehard like Harry Potter fan, or it's just like not super speaking to you, I would say you could just get any one of these and they'll pretty much be the same. There are very slight differences between them. Of course, they're all very lightly tinted a different color, but once it's on your lips, it's pretty much clear with the exception of the two with the glitter. You do have a little bit of like a shimmery reflex to it, but overall, I would say it's pretty much kind of all the same color. So unless you are just dying to have like the whole little gift set for like a collector's purpose, I would say either just pick one that you think you'd like or maybe even skip them if you're not really into a sticky lip gloss. All right, and the last product we have is yet again another lip product. Like I said, I feel like they went a little too heavy on the lip products with this collection, with having the 4 lip glosses, then the lip balm, and now we have Magic Cauldron Lip Mask. So this is supposed to be kind of like the Laneige sleeping masks. I feel like it looks super cute. It comes in this little teeny tiny little pot. I feel like it's so cute, and it comes with like a little scooper too. So this is what the lip mask looks like. It's like a pink clearish jelly kind of consistency. So I'm going to take off this lip gloss and we're gonna see what this is like. I have not used this and just want to get like a little bit. It definitely feels like the Laneige lip masks. I really like them. Ooh, and this one feels good. Again, it does kind of have that Vaseline-y kind of feeling and texture, but this is not sticky. It's almost like if you took like an oil and turned it into a lip treatment. It's definitely very comfortable on the lips, but not sticky. And it does seem to have a little bit of a minty kind of feeling on my lips. I didn't notice it right away, but now that it's sitting on my lips, it does seem to have a little bit of like a cooling kind of sensation on my lips. It does feel very comfortable though, so I definitely think that for me, this is probably my favorite of all the lip products and the most tolerable to be worn. So for me, I like this one. And the other thing that I didn't really quite love about all the lip products is that essentially they all tend to come off pretty clear. So the lip treatment, it makes sense that it'd be clear. The lip glosses, I wish they had a little bit more pigmentation to them so they could kind of be like a little bit different from each other. And then of course the lip balm itself, it does have, I would say, probably the most color out of anything in the lip products line. But again, I kind of wish they would have really committed to either a full color lip product and then have the lip glosses, but with everything kind of being just like a clear lip gloss kind of product, I feel like it was just a little bit too much for having all of those items in one collection. Would have been cool to maybe see them do like a liquid eyeshadow. I feel like that would have been a really cool thing to do instead of all of the lip products, or maybe even like a complexion product, like a blush or something. I feel like that would have been really fun and would have kind of given this collection just a little bit more variety. As far as packaging wise, I feel like everything was really thought out and well fit the theme, and I thought it was very cute. I just wish some of the products themselves performed a little bit differently and were a little bit more varied. But overall, I think if you are a Potterhead, if you love Harry Potter and the whole wizarding world of Harry Potter, I feel like this is totally a really cute, fun collector's kind of edition. I mean, hell, I'm not even a Harry Potter fan and I still bought it because I really love like the whole vibe of it. I feel like my favorite product would have to be the eyeshadow palette. I feel like they make a lot of sense with the packaging of these. I feel like it was great that they did a 4-pan palette, because I feel like if they did larger palettes than that, it would just be a little bit too much with there being 4 different houses. So I felt like they did a really good job at picking the shadow colors for these. The packaging of the palette itself is very pretty. I love the presentation of it. The only thing is some of the shadows are a little hit and miss. It depends on whether you like that kind of light formula of mattes, and then whether the shimmers, if you mind a topper shadow, and of course with that green that I showed, this one's definitely like a full-on foil shadow in my opinion. They're definitely not the best eyeshadows I've ever used, by far they're not, but I think you can get some really cute looks with them, and I think that you have to keep in mind with these palettes being about $5 a piece, you kind of get what you pay for. I feel like it's totally worth it, especially if you are more of just like wanting to collect it, but if you're going in to buy this for an amazing out of this world eyeshadow palette, I don't think that that is quite what you're gonna get. I think you're gonna get a decent palette, a usable palette, a pretty palette, but you're not gonna get the world's best palette for $5. It's just not gonna happen. As far as the lip glosses go, I feel like these are very, very cute packaging wise. Again, I just wish they would have added a little bit more color to these, because they do in the end kind of all look the same on the lips and they are extremely sticky. I'm kind of coming around to the lip balm. I think it is a little bit fun because it definitely had that wow factor when I first opened it and I'd see all this like little glitter on the outside. It's really, really pretty, but of course once you put it on, it's not quite as intimidating as you might think it's gonna be. So that's kind of fun because it definitely does feel like a wearable product that I could get use out of, and it's not something that I will absolutely never use again. And then I think I have to get my second favorite product behind the palettes is the lip mask. I think it's very cute. It's very comfortable on my lips too. I like how glossy it looks, and I can't wait to see how it feels when I wake up in the morning if my lips feel super moisturized. But overall, I feel like this was pretty much my second place. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later.